Hi, my name's Molly. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Purpose, where we talk about just that. What's our purpose on this planet? Why are we even here? I believe that my purpose is exactly the same as yours. It's the same as everybody's. Our purpose on this planet is to love God and love each other. It's to choose to learn more about God and love Him deeper and deeper every single day, and to love each other. Sounds easy, right? Not for me. It is so hard. It can be hard to love my friends and family, much less people that irritate me and bug me. And it's tough to love God sometimes when He's not here talking to us. So He knew it would be difficult. He left us directions. He left us a roadmap, the Bible. Now, the Bible's not exactly an easy read. It can be tough. And last time, we talked about the very beginning of the Bible, where God created everything. And so hopefully this YouTube channel kind of makes the Bible a little more relatable and a little easier to understand. But anyway, last time we talked about how God made everything. He made the whole universe. He made the moon and the stars and the sun, and He made the oceans and the planets, and He made everything you see behind me, all this beautiful nature. That's why I'm sitting outside today to do this video. It's so beautiful and it's such a nice day. So, God made everything on the planet. And today we're going to talk about what else He made. Humans, us. God made humans. The very first human in the Bible was Adam. And when God made Adam, He gave him a beautiful place to live called the Garden of Eden. Had everything he could want in it. It had plants and trees and all the food he could ever need. It had water that I'm sure tasted amazing. It had all kinds of animals that lived in peace with him. And God told Adam, you take care of this garden, it's yours. Take care of the animals, they're under your care. And you'd think Adam would just live happily ever after, right there in the Garden of Eden, loving God. But he didn't. He wasn't happy. He was lonely. And so Adam did what we should all do. He went to God and he told him, I'm lonely, God. And so God made Adam a helper. He made Eve. Now, when the Bible says Eve was Adam's helper, I don't think it meant like she's his maid who God sent down to him to clean up the garden and cook and clean. That's not what his helper meant. Didn't mean she helped him with chores. It meant that she was there to help Adam get closer to God, to love God more deeply. And Adam was to help Eve love God more deeply. They were to teach each other how to love, because God knew humans. He knew what would happen when He made humans, that we're going to mess it up. I mess up every single day. So He created Eve. He created all of us to help each other out, to help each other to love God more. And Eve was not less than Adam. She came second in the Bible. But we have kids, multiple kids. Is your second and third and fourth kid just as valuable as your first? I hope so. She was equal with Adam. She wasn't less than him. She was different. She was a woman. Adam was a man, so she was different. But she's equal to him. And wasn't just sent there to, provide him with entertainment so he didn't get bored. She was there to help him get closer to God. That's His purpose. That's our purpose. Get closer to God, love Him better. So what does that have to do with us? What lesson can we learn from Adam and Eve? That if we want to love God, which we do, I hope, then we have to love each other. If you love God, then you've got to love His kids. If somebody comes to me and says, hey, I want to be your friend, but I really hate your kids. Well, then I'm not going to want you around much. To love God, to show God how much we love Him, we have to love other people. Well, it's easy with your friends and family, but what about the people you don't like? What about the people that just bug you and get on your last nerve? What about people you don't even know? How are you supposed to love them? It's not easy. It takes a lot of work. And we're not supposed to do it on our own. We're not supposed to figure it out on our own. Here's what I do. I think that if we're kind to people as much as we can be, if we're as generous as we can be, if we're as compassionate and empathetic and patient as we can possibly be, then we're working on it. If we can say, God, they're really bugging me today, but I ask you to give me patience. I ask you to touch my heart and give me love. Please come to me, God, because they are just driving me crazy. He'll help you out. And then there's people who have hurt us, people who are mean to us. They have no business in our lives. That's okay. You don't have to have mean people in your life. You don't have to have cruel people in your life. You don't have to have a relationship with them. Loving people doesn't mean you have to have a relationship with them. It doesn't mean they have to be a part of your life. What it means is that you don't wish them any ill will, that if possible, you don't hate them. And if you do hate them, then you just turn to God and say, Dear Lord, I hate this person. I cannot love them. Help me. Help me. I want to love you, so I know I need to love them. Help me. And God will take some of that hatred away. And you just keep doing it over and over and over and over. And He's going to take some of that pain away from you. And then you're going to be happier. You're going to be lighter. You're going to be full of just peace and joy. Now, that doesn't mean that whatever they did to you is okay. Because if somebody hurt you, that's not okay. That's not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to love and respect and care for you. That's not in God's plan. So it doesn't make it okay. And giving it up to God doesn't mean you're saying it's okay that they did it. It just means I'm tired of carrying this myself, and I want you to take it, God. So loving people is not easy. Caring about people is not easy, especially if they don't agree with you. The world would be a whole lot easier if everybody agreed with Molly, especially if they just irritate you. And it's even harder if they've hurt you. So don't think you have to do it on your own. When I say love God and love each other, I don't expect you to do it on your own, because I sure don't. And I mess it up every day. All we can do is ask God for help. Talk to Him. Hang out with Him. Make a list of all the people you're irritated with and tell Him about it. Ask Him to fill your heart with peace and love. And then you can pray for them. Ask God to fill their life with peace and love. When you're reading the news and people are irritating you in the news, pray for them. Ask God to fill them with peace and love, and ask Him to put peace and love in your heart. That's all we have to do. God will do all the work. We don't have to do anything else. He'll do that. If you can try to be extra patient and kind and all that stuff, yay, bonus points for you. But mostly, we just have to be really trying to make an effort at it, and then God's going to help us. He's going to put that patience in our heart. He's going to put that, compassion in us. We just have to keep trying. We just have to keep making an effort. Eve was sent to the Garden of Eden to help Adam get closer to God. We were put on this planet to help people get closer to God. And in the process of doing that, we're going to get closer to God. It's just a cool thing. So I hope you enjoyed our video today. Let me know if you like me sitting outside. If there's too much traffic, I can go back in. But I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you're having fun, just getting to know God better, taking time out of your day to talk to Him. And be sure as you're going throughout this day to just think about all those people who are bugging you and pray to God about them. To try to be a little more patient with your friends and family and the people that you meet. Maybe say hi to somebody on the street or at the grocery store. Ask somebody how they're doing. Call up an old friend. Text somebody. Whatever you want to do to just make those connections with people to let them know that you care. Because sometimes we get so caught up in our own lives, we forget to let people know that we care about them. And letting people know you care about them is the best way to let God know you care about Him. So next time we get together, I almost forgot to say this, the next time we get together, we're going to see how old Adam and Eve are doing now that they're together and they've got everything they could possibly want in the Garden of Eden. How are they doing? Did they live happily ever after? We're going to find out. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.